Okay, let's do this because we got more tax stuff to do. Oh no. All right. So we talked about this last time, that whole idea of here's my net amount, or my gross amount, excuse me, but my net amount is much less, and our focus again right now in terms of deductions was what was our federal tax that was deducted. And so we were looking at these tax tables, and what did I share last time about looking at the tax tables is that we needed to read carefully. So here we are looking at this, and I'm thinking it doesn't look any different than the last one, does it? If I read carefully, I notice this is now for bi-weekly, not weekly. This is bi-weekly, so we're getting paid every 2 weeks for this particular table. Okay? So we need to make sure we're making note of that so that we have the right table. And so now let's go through and do this. So my bi-weekly wage is $12.44. My number of withholding allowances is 5. So what was our process? Number one, let's check the row. Well, $12.44 is between $12.29 and $12.49. There is my listing of how many withholding allowances. It's 5, so it gives me that column. So I'm going right down that column. So what is the amount of income tax withheld from this check? Awesome, $29. But what did I notice? That's exactly the same process that I used when it was a weekly table. Nothing changed in regard to doing this. So let's get a little bit more practice in. So the biweekly wage, $13.86. The number of withholding allowances is 3. So how much income tax is withheld from this check? Good, 82. Because $13.86 is here. We got 3. Boom, $82. Excellent. Here's another one. Biweekly wage is $14.09. Number of withholding allowances is 7. How much income tax is withheld from this check? Excellent, $14, because here $14.09, again, when it's listed we always take the lower one, and we go to 7, and there it is, $14. Okay, last one here, $13.48.90 for the check amount. No withholding allowances, so how much is withheld from this check? Good, 136, because that's going to be in this between $13.29 and $13.49. Okay, bam, there it is. Excellent job. What the heck? Oh yeah, that was easy as pie. That's the what the heck. Okay, so now let's keep going. We got the biweekly wage is $13.20. Weekly withholding allowances, we're changing from 3 to 0. Oh no, Kermit. What the heck do we do now? Well, let's find that row. There it is. $13.20 is between $13.09 and $13.29. There is my 3 withholding allowances. Here is my 1 withholding allowance, or 0 withholding allowances, excuse me. So what is the amount of change in the income tax withheld when I make that change in the number of allowances? Excellent, 58, because all I needed to do was take these two and subtract them, right? That was it. Let's see what we can do again. Okay, the biweekly wage is $12.69, and we're changing now from 1 to 4. So what is the change in the amount of income tax withheld on this check? 58 again? Oh, we better check that and make sure. So there's my row, $12.69. Again, if it's listed, we take the lower row. There's what I was having taken out at 1, was the 109. Here's 4 allowances, that's 51, and yeah, that does turn out to be $58, doesn't it? Holy smokes, this is going to be easy if every answer is 58. We better do another one and see what's up. So here again, biweekly wage 1409, number of withholding allowances, we're changing from 10 to 5. So what do we get for the amount of change of income tax withheld from this paycheck? Oh, 48, so we got a different answer, so let's check this and make sure. So 1409, again, lower row if it's listed in the table. 10, I had no tax withheld, and at 5 I'm having $48 withheld. So yeah, that turns out to be right. So it isn't the case that every answer is going to be $58. Okay, but now what did we do to get these answers? How did we do the work? Let's organize this. So the first thing that we always did was determine the row in the table based upon the wage. We just look at what's the wage, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, we choose the row. Next thing we did was we determined the column in the table based on the number of allowances. And if we were doing nothing more than determining the income tax withheld on that check, we were done. However, if we needed to determine the amount of change in the income tax deduction, we needed to, again, step one was always determine the row in the table, but now we needed to determine two columns in the table based upon the number of withholding allowances, and then once we determined those two column amounts, we would subtract those amounts that we got for the income tax deductions. Okay, so those were the steps that we were using to determine these answers. So you got this. I'm confident that you got this. And so now we just need to get to work on that number 3 biweekly income tax deductions and withholding allowances assignment. Okay? All right. Do your great job.